Hey guys, it's Jeb here from Adelaide RV, and today we've come out to run you through our Litre Xpedition. The Xpedition is a full off-road caravan that finishes off the suite of our Litre product. We build it in all the same layouts, but most popular here at Adelaide RV is the family range, and today I'm going to show you through the 19'6" bunk van with the east-west bed. Come on in. Okay, so we're here inside the 19'6" east-west bunk van. This would have to be one of the more popular family layouts that we do, especially in the off-road product. It still gives us our separate shower and separate toilet, but it is only in that 19'6", and it is a chunky off-road caravan. This is definitely one to look out for and definitely one to check out and put on your wish list. Now guys, if you've been following us for a little while, you would have seen we've put out a suite of videos doing walkthroughs across our entire range. Now just to explain how the range works at Litre Caravans and also with Supreme Caravans, which is our sister company, is that we start off in our more of our base range, and then we move up into our semi-off-road range, and then we go up into our full off-road range. And as we go up each rank, the features grow. Okay, so all the layouts are the same. So the same layouts that you've seen in the previous videos on the Litre Gold LE are all identical and available in the Xpedition. It's just the additional features that I'm going to run you through that make this a off-grid caravan, a full off-road unit with a suspension and chassis underneath, as well as the additional battery power, additional solar, and the features that make this thing become, I guess, more self-contained to keep you off the beaten track for potentially weeks at a time. So I'll run you through the differences now. Okay, now in this exact van that we're in today, we have optioned in the 200 amp hour lithium Enerdrive system. So a lot of you people that have been following us for a while, you would have heard of Enerdrive. It is a market leader when it comes to lithium batteries inside of Australia. And this particular stock van I have optioned up to show you what is capable and what exactly we can do with our range of off-road caravans here at Adelaide RV. So again, this has a 200 amp lithium system. Now that will run all of your appliances inside of the caravan that are 12 volt, with the exclusion of the air conditioner and the microwave. Now, if we want those options, we want those appliances to be able to be ran via our 12 volt battery system, please reach out to our sales consultants here at Adelaide RV and just chat to them about the options. We can do it, but we would be looking at going either 400 or 600 amp of lithium power to be able to successfully run the air conditioner along with our big inverter system. But for this one that we are in, and for demonstration purposes only, we have the 200 amp hour Enerdrive system. Now you'll notice that our standard red arc unit is now gone, and we simply have this nice little dial here which just shows us the voltage that are inside the van at any one time. Our other features inside the electrical cabinet all remain the same, with our hot water system, electric and gas, as well as our mains power, our pump switch, our fridge fan, and our touchscreen CD, Bluetooth and radio system here. Okay, so I'm going to show you another additional extra that I've optioned onto this display model here at Adelaide RV, and that is our dust reduction system via Caravan. So this is a Caravan Sahara. These are a WA product, become exceptionally popular in the off-road space over the last couple of years, and we fitted one up here on display to actually show you how it works and how it operates. So it's run by 12 volt. This little switch here, we simply hit that switch, and as we can see, what it actually does is it pressurizes, so it pulls air from the outside, throws it inside the van to pressurize the inside of the caravan to stop any potential areas where dust may creep in. So as we know, you know, if you get on some real fine bull dusty roads and there's a lot of dust in the air, you may still get a little bit of dust coming in through the gas vent at the underside of the door well, and also up here where just up here on the side of the bed. So by law, what we need to do with any caravan with gas appliances is we must have a gas vent on the door and then one on the off side of the caravan. There's absolutely nothing we can do about that. That is law. So what we need to do is we need to somehow then prevent the chance of dust getting in through those vents. And the Caravan is the product to do exactly that. So chat to our team again, have a look at the Caravan. It's not a standard item in the Xpedition, but something that we always do fit for people that are going full off-road, and definitely something worth mentioning today. Now finally, I just want to show you the last optional extra that we put inside of this display model. So we started off with our Enerdrive battery management system, our Caravan dust reduction system, and then what we finish off the suite with is our 224 litre fridge. So as you can tell, this display model, we are showing you what you can do with our Xpedition caravans by a litre to get yourself off grid for longer periods of time. Now, if you're going off grid for longer periods of time, chances are you're going to want to take more food. So what we've done is we've optioned in the Dometic 224 litre fridge. So as a standard, there were 188 litre fridges, and you would have seen that in the previous videos with the previous models. But this one here is 224 litres. Okay, so you get one extra shelf. Now, it's absolutely amazing, the additional, obviously, room and food that you can fit in there, and then also our large freezer up the top. Okay, so in the Litre Xpedition, this particular one, the 19'6", it is standard with our L-shaped seating. So that L-shaped seating will wrap around. Now the leather is a option 3 leather, so it is a higher grade upholstery throughout in the Xpedition range, as opposed to our Litre Gold LE range. Another feature, if we have a look up here, you can see all of our CNC cut furniture, okay, is piano hinged. So that is another feature inside of the Xpedition. The furniture is all CNC cut, okay, so it's exceptionally strong, and it is fixed from the inside out and the outside in. So I'm not going to do it here, but you see our sales guys will actually hang off of this and do chin-ups off of this, off of these cupboards. Ah, bugger it! All right, you've twisted my arm. I don't normally do this, okay? I normally save this for the gym, but just to show you how tough this is. Tell you what, that's a bloody workout. What am I? 80 kilos? 80 kilos swinging off of that. It's not just that one, we haven't just done that for the sake of it, you know. We can swing off them all. Now I don't recommend you do that, especially if you're looking at other yards, because chances are their furniture won't do that, you'll rip it off the wall. But that just goes to show, oh, I'm puffing. Just goes to show the strength of this furniture. Okay, while we're talking about strength, I just want to show you how all of our drawers are built. Okay, so they're a metal drawer on the outside. They all have a Dorset hinge at the front. Okay, so they're not a cheap hinge. It's a cheap handle that's going to come out. They're all metal drawers, but they have a solid base. Okay, as you can see, everything is screwed. All right, not stapled. So as we're looking around at the competition, pull one of these drawers out. Okay, actually have a look. Is it a timber drawer or is it a metal drawer? Does it have a solid base? But as you can see straight away, this is all screwed, no staples. Why is that important? What is the feature of that, you may ask? When you put all your gear on here and you go and hit the Gib, or you're heading up to Birdsville, or you're on those heavy corrugated roads, everything inside the van is going to be shaking around. The last thing you want is to open up your cutlery drawer and find that your cutlery's all in the second one down because the base has fallen out. That does happen with our competitor brands, does not happen inside of one of our Litre products. Even from our base range in the Gold LE, that is a standard feature, but even more highlighted inside of the Xpedition range. So while we're on the kitchen, I'm just going to highlight as well, we finished the this particular van off with our black pack. Now we're probably putting our black pack now in about 70% of the vans, okay, so it is an upgrade, but the black package is just such a nice finish. Comes with the nice black tapware, black sink, black handles, and just finishes the van off beautifully. As you know, we do 10 colour selections on the inside, 10 colour selections on the outside. This particular one is Moonstone, I believe. Now, if you want to find out exactly what the colours are, I'll show you here inside of every one of our vans whilst you're viewing them. You'll see we have an internal colour scheme and we have an external colour scheme. So this particular one is Moonstone on the inside and it is Storm on the outside. Okay, so we have the graphite seating, we have the timber bench tops, our graphite on the lower cupboards, and our overhead cupboards here are a matte grey, so a Lana matte grey. Beautiful colour scheme here inside of this particular caravan and very, very popular. So standard on our Litre Xpedition range, we have two 95 litre fresh drinking water tanks. Now they can be, the levels of those can be checked by this LCD display screen here. So we'll have our two 95 litre water tanks on here, which are fresh drinking water. And then we also have our 110 litre grey water tank, which will be indicated through here as well. They are standard features on the Xpedition range. Now, like all of our vans, they are all fitted with a full oven, okay? I hear so many people say, oh, we won't use the oven. I guarantee you will use your oven if it is there. It is a standard feature. If you're looking for additional areas to put your pots and your pans, put them in here. yeah, because you can actually store things in here that you generally store inside of a pot drawer. The oven is exceptionally handy. So we actually have the full oven down the bottom. This one here is a grill. Okay, so if we're off grid, we want to put some toast on or do some toasted sandwiches, etc. They can go inside the grill. We then have our 3 gas, and if we're in a caravan park, 1 electric. Okay, so we're out here at our DO35 coupling. Now you can watch back on a video that I've done for you guys, the 50mm ball coupling versus the DO35 for finer details around our toe couplings. But as a standard on all of our Xpedition range, we put the DO35, so that is a pin coupling, fully articulated head, and you'll notice that it's actually recessed down inside of the actual A-frame here as well. So standard feature, along obviously with our handbrake compartment, but go back, check out the video I did on DO35 couplings, that'll give you a lot more information. Xpedition range, we also have our full 6-inch chassis here, okay, from our friends at Road King, are building a full box chassis for us. The Xpedition range, we have a sidewinder jack. Okay, so as we're winding that through, that is not in the road of our big toolbox. Again, refer back to our toolbox video for more information on the different types of toolboxes. But this one on the front of this Litre Xpedition has our slide out for our barbecue one side and the slide out for our generator on the opposite side. On all of our off-road range at Litre Caravans, especially our Xpedition, what we do is we give you a 500mm front and rear floodlight. Okay, so on the rear of the van here, and also on the front of the van, there is a floodlight coming back. So if you're getting to camp late, or if you're trying to have a bit of a campfire at the back of your actual caravan, you can actually shine some light here. So very, very handy, as opposed to carrying torches or putting up other ideas for lighting. We put this big LED rear bar standard on all of our Xpedition range, front and rear. Now in previous videos you've heard me talk about our 4-arm bumper bar. Now this is something that not many manufacturers do. We do that here at Litre Caravans, okay? But what I've decided to do is I've actually taken the spare wheel off. Every time we've shown you our 4-arm bumper, we've always got our 16-inch spare wheel here in the road. So what I've done is I've taken this back spare wheel off so I can show you easily our 4-arm bumper. So we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4, so we can see they're spaced about 400mm apart. Now the additional weight that bar can carry with no flex whatsoever, is super, super critical. So if you want to put a second spare wheel, if you want to put a generator toolbox, anything, a pole carrier across the back, it is engineered and designed to take the weight. Be very, very careful when you're looking at shopping for a new caravan that you do not purchase a van that has a 2-arm bumper bar. It's just not strong enough to carry anything else apart from maybe a 15-inch wheel on the back. So 4-arm bumper bars as a standard feature across all of our range. Okay, so I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you get yourself in a position where you need to use these, you are well and truly in the shit, all right? But we do put them there as a standard feature. These are called our Bush Ranger recovery points, okay? So you have this great big D-shackle on the back of the caravan, and engineered into our full box chassis, we have these recovery points here, so fully welded. In the event that you needed to try and pull the caravan back out of a bog, again, you're going to be in a very sticky situation if you need them, but you can actually put your rig in around the back and actually pull the caravan back out of a bog if need be. Also, our Darwin customers actually love them, and as you would know, for our Northern Territory friends at the very, very tip of Australia, is prone for heavy winds and cyclones, so these can actually be used as a cyclone point as well. So if you do need to actually strap the caravan down into a slab, those up in the Northern Territory know exactly what I'm talking about. You have those points concreted into your slabs. You can actually use that to concrete or to tie down the van in the event of a heavy storm or a cyclone situation. Okay guys, so I've gone and got the trolley out from the boys in the service department, and I've slid underneath our Xpedition caravan, and I can tell you what, this thing is a solid bit of machinery. So what I'm laying under right now is our independent suspension by Cruisemaster. This is the Cruisemaster XT. It is a twin shock and also a coil spring suspension. So Cruisemaster have been building suspensions for many, many years here in Australia. They're all designed here in Australia for Australian conditions. And guys, I'd really recommend checking out Cruisemaster independent suspensions on your off-road product. This is definitely a state-of-the-art independent suspension. They run it with 12-inch brakes as well, and Road King chassis. They know how to put a chassis together. I tell you what, as I'm looking around, everything is got solid welds through everything. It's a box chassis. Everything is neat, everything is tidy. We have things up out of the road, so we're not going to get any stone damage. Okay, I'm sure you've seen these before, but I'll show you again. These are our powder-coated scrub bars on the outside of all of our off-road range at Supreme Litre Caravan. So you'll find these on the Supreme territory, as well as a van we're running through now, the Litre Xpedition, as a standard feature. So they are all a tubing that is actually, you know, molded around and then bolted into the side of the chassis. So in the event you're going really rough off-road and you're just not quite sure if you've got enough clearance between, you know, the side of a boulder, or, you know, a tree or some shrubs, this is actually going to help push your way through to get into those harder to get to places. So another standard feature on this range of our caravans. Now these are our J-Trax tyres by Bob Jane T-Mart. Now if you do not know, in any of our Litre caravans, if you happen to get a puncture on any Bob Jane T-Mart store, Australia-wide, you have free puncture repair as long as they are on a Supreme or a Litre caravan. So this Litre Xpedition we're showing you through at the moment has our J-Trax all-terrain. Now they are a 16-inch tyre. They're a light truck, 265 by 75, okay, fully weight rated, and they have this beautiful alloy rim here with the custom Litre hubcap, so a beautiful finish. They are all 6-stud Land Cruiser pattern as well, guys. So while I was down here, guys, I just spotted another difference that I haven't mentioned to you on the Xpedition range. As well as having our full 6-inch box chassis and our main rail going down the outside, we also, underneath the suspension, put a 50mm riser. So this is another piece of 50mm RHS that we weld in underneath the chassis before we mount the suspension. Now that gives us our lift, okay? So without you know, double box chassis or anything like that, we're able to achieve the overall height that we want without adding additional weight. So it's just that 50mm riser through a full box section underneath the suspension here. Okay, for additional protection on the side of your Xpedition caravan, what we actually do is we give you the additional height in the checker plate. Okay, so this is going to go up 800mm as opposed to our standard range that goes up 500mm. Okay, so much higher protection. As you can see, we're higher off the ground with our bigger chassis and chassis rise that we've spoken about, along with our independent suspension. But then again, we bring this 800mm checker plate right the way up. So it just adds that additional strength in, as you can see, you know, and I'm 6'1", and you know, this is above shoulder height, okay? So if you're going to get in some rough patches, you know, in some shrubs, in some areas that you don't want to damage the actual cladding of your caravan, this is going to be much more sturdier and hold up if you do happen to run something down the side of it. So being that extra height on our off-road van, we find it's exceptionally popular with the Xpedition range. Okay, so there we have it, folks. This is our Litre Xpedition full off-road caravan. I must say, this is one of my favourite models. I've actually got one on order, don't tell Cassie, coming out in November this year just for us. I absolutely love the Xpedition caravan. It has just that nice, you know, touch of home inside, but also gives us those off-road features. So I, you know, and my beautiful fiance Cassie can actually hit the beach, head down to Palubi, where we absolutely love it at Streaky Bay here in South Australia, head into the Riverland, you know, and experience, you know, exactly what South Australia has to offer. And for you, I invite you to come in here to Adelaide RV, check out the Litre Xpedition range and see exactly where it can take you and your beautiful family as well. See you soon, guys.